So hello and welcome to my look back and review of 2016 video. Now I wanted to get this video out, I don't know, a couple of days ago. In fact I wanted to get it out New Year's Eve. However, that didn't happen. I've just been a bit busy and everything. But we are back here in this Scania RGL. Now it is sort of a reddy orangey paint, which looks awesome. But if you have a look at the job that we're going to take today, whilst we have a look back at the year. So we're in Sundsvall in Sweden, then we're going to drive down to Malmo. I did try and find another trailer, but I think it's expired, the one that I wanted, which is so annoying. It really is. I wish when you click set as GPS destination it sort of contacts the or the person who's got the trailer, if you see what I mean. Look at that in the mirror. It's weird. I wish it sort of contacted them and said, we've got this guy coming on the way, please hold the job, and it'll hold it for, let's say, what, it'll take into account the distance from where you are. It'll take the ETA, then it add a couple of hours to it, and then that's how long you've got to get there. I think that'd be really useful. Let's just switch the information displays. There we go. But hopefully you've all had a good first few days of 2017. It still feels weird saying that. I've just looked at the bottom of, or the date and time on my computer, in 2017. Like, wow. I've got all my exams this year. I'm guessing a lot of you, the viewers, have got busy times this year and everything, but 2017, just absolutely mad. Really, really is. But in this video, we're not focusing on the future. We're going to focus on 2016 in the past and see how we did over the year and what we can improve on. Right. These traffic lights are going to take ages, aren't they? Yeah, they are. But I've had well, it's not my new PC anymore, but I've had my current PC for a year now. I had it last Christmas, and it really has just brought the quality of the channel up so much. I mean, if I didn't have this new computer, I'd still be making videos at like 20 FPS or something, and I just really wouldn't be inspired to play any games really, and or record, because nobody really wants to see a 20 FPS video, do they? To be honest, which is what I was chucking out before, but I'm glad it's been upgraded. Now over the year I have found some things that I would like to upgrade on the PC over the next year, but I'm going to leave talking about that until my 2017 plans and goals video, which will be uploaded hopefully in the next week or so. You'll see that, so stay tuned for that. It's been incredibly laggy, this PC on this profile. I think I may delete this profile after this journey. Right, now I have installed the trailer, or no trailer markings mod, and you've sort of got to look for an X on the floor. You can't really see it. Is it on? It's one of these. There we go. You can see the X there, just about, ever so slightly. Now I don't know if I've got trailer coupling on. This is one of the stock SCS trailers, so it would support it. No, I don't. That's alright. But yeah, let's get going. So it's a pretty long journey, 618 hours apparently. All the way down here, look at that. It's a new city I haven't discovered. Let's just drop in there. Have a quick look around. But yeah, this is probably going to be a very long video, so I would really appreciate you watching it all if you did. But into 5th gear, the trailer is about 12 tons. I've gone with a 730 brake engine. I thought, why not? We deserve it. So it's 9:53 AM. Not too sure what the outside temperature is. Oh, it's -2, I just saw. AI is weird as ever. But this truck is done 4 miles on the odometer. 4 miles. Brand new. I do wonder how many trucks have driven over this year in this game. I have to say it must be about, I don't know, over 100, about 110 maybe. I must have driven quite a few. Now you have to think, test drive Thursday? What am I doing? Did you see that then? I was like, ATS, turn right and red. What? But yeah, you gotta think, test drive Thursday every single week. That's a new truck, and then say I get a new truck twice a week. So yeah, it must be way over 100. But we're out. Oh, that V8 sounds so good. It's so smooth as well. I hardly ever go for the R730. But some more updates about everything. I've now had my G27 for about 2.5 years now, which is kind of amazing. Nothing bad's come wrong with it. Touch wood. But 2.5 years. Oh, the wheel slipped out of my hand then. But 2.5 years, I am starting to think, how long is it going to last for? Because Logitech aren't the most reliable peripherals, so I don't know. I'm hoping at least another year out of this wheel, or hopefully it'll last forever, but I can't see it lasting too much longer. Maybe a couple more years max before this starts to go a bit dodgy. I have started to notice when it's started up, it is beginning to rattle a bit more, which is not very good, and it doesn't feel as smooth sort of turning in the force feedback as it did. But I don't know, 2.5 years old, it isn't bad. What else happened this year? My Trackir Pro clip broke, so I don't know when that happened. I think it was quite earlier on this year. That was my laptop, by the way. Don't know what it's dinging about. I'm trying to look at the corner of my eye. I don't know. It might happen a few times. I'm not too sure in this video. But yeah, the Trackir clip broke. The Pro clip broke. The cable just sort of snapped off. It's quite fragile, really, for the price of it. So I'm using the one that you clip onto the cap. And I have to say, apart from I have to wear a cap, I do prefer it because there's no cable going to it. It's completely wireless, so you do feel a lot more free. Can I pass this guy? It's a bit of a dodgy move. Probably going to be on YouTube for like a dash cam thing. Imagine that. But yeah, I've switched to the clip one that goes on the side of your. What was that, speeding ticket? So I've switched to the one that goes on the side of your or on the cap, and as I said, I just prefer it so much. I really want to possibly this year get a pair of wireless headphones, so I don't really see the sense of having a headset anymore. But again, I'm going on to my future video. Why am I doing that? I was going to talk about more of the things that have happened this year, but I'm just going on tangents. But yeah, new chair. My first few videos recording it. I'm getting used to it. So quite firm, but it's starting to soften up and sort of I'm I'm getting used to it, and I really am starting to like it a lot. And then the new laptop and everything happened this year as well, which has allowed me to record more console stuff. But yeah, starting off with January 2016, a year ago now, just mad. I honestly, time is going, I don't know if it is, but time just feels like it's speeding up recently. Something is weird is going on, but I don't know. So the first ever video in January was a Project Cars video. It was with the Lotus Type 40 Ford. Now that was one of my obviously first videos with the new PC. I just went on Project Cars quite a lot because that's probably the most demanding game. I really was pushing it to the limit at the start with this PC, but I did a lot of Project Cars at the start of the year. I was enjoying it, but now I've sort of moved on to Sata Corsair a lot more. I did the ETS2 time-lapse with the 5 countries, and now that's the second highest viewed video on the channel, and it's got over 4,500 views, I think, which is very impressive. I don't know why, but if I could somehow capture the method that I did in that video and sort of carry it on, that would be amazing, but I've just got no idea why that's got so many views. Sort of unusual. Anyone want a McDonald's? Because I do. But yeah, then I also finished off the Project Elise series, which was a series I did, if you knew, on Forza 6, where we did a tune build and upgrade sort of build on the Lotus Elise, try and make it as epic as possible. Whoa, but the retarders just don't seem as effective as they used to be, which is a bit weird. Also in January I did the keyboard unboxing of the Asus Cerberus, which I'm still using now, so if you'd like to see a review on it over the past year, please do say, to see how I've been getting on with it. But I am enjoying it. It's a nice keyboard for the money. There it goes again. Why does it keep doing that? My laptop. But yeah, that's the highest video for views anyway that I've done. It's on about 25,000 views now, which is just mad. It's like it's my shortest video I've ever made, but it's got the most views. Go figure. I also did the first Assetto vid of the year with the LaFerrari versus the McLaren P1 at Spa. I did a setup tour, which is my first ever 4K video. Now, I don't really see the point in me doing another setup tour because, to be honest, my setup hasn't changed that much since last year, so do you really want to see another one? Because I could spend the time that I'm recording a setup tour to record something else, like a Let's Play or Explore in France. Please do tell me if you want to see another setup tour. It's only really minor updates, nothing really major, but I will do another one if you want to see it. But as I said, nothing much has changed, so I could spend that time recording something else. I also did the last ever Forza 6 video in January that I've ever done, which is a Merc 300 SLR around a circuit of the Americas. Now I just made that choice to stop it there because, what's going on here? Well, this is a weird junction, I've never seen one like this before. I decided to stop it there really because, I don't know, I just wasn't getting much views on it, much interaction or anything, so I thought nobody's really interested. I can spend my time doing something else instead. So that was the last of a Forza 6 video. I also began Spin Tyres, the Spin Tyre series in January, and I also started up the Drive Club Hot Lap series once again. with the SLS Black Series, the FF, the Peugeot Onx, I don't know how to say it, and a 458 Italia. Whoa. I'm trying to get used to the brakes on this, they're very powerful. But January was actually the best month for total views on the channel so far, which is, I don't know, a bit mad really, considering, oh come on, I did daily videos in August, but yeah, that keyboard video just completely took off. I mean, my two highest videos ever were made in January last year, the keyboard and that time lapse, the 5 countries. In fact, I'm going to get in this lane. Let's go and get this discoverable as we're here. Right then, where is it? What is it? Merc dealer? I think we're going to need to turn left here. Oh, I thought they were going to collide then. In fact, I'm going to have to go down here to discover it. And we'll just turn left at the bottom. But yeah, that was January. It was a really good month. And a good welcome into 2016. Whoa. I thought I was just going to pull out on him then. I thought, no, the Scania. Oh, but yeah, this thing drives so nicely. It's got to be the smoothest power delivery of any truck. Let me just turn the indicators off. I know what the AI... Was he really going to stop there? Oh my gosh. But yeah, moving on to February. Let's check where we are. What was that? Oh, recruitment. We've got 481 miles to go. Let's turn left here. Let's leave Gavle, don't know how to say it. February, obviously ATS was released. I believe that was about the 2nd or 3rd of February ATS was released, so it was a very busy time to pump out all the new American truck vids. I published my last ever video, or time lapse, on ETS2 until March, about mid-March. And it was sort of, I believe it was titled Thank You Euro Truck Simulator 2 or something. But yeah, that was my last ever drive, pretty much at the start of February until mid-March of me playing Euro trucks. I was just so busy with the American truck stuff. I honestly didn't think it'd be that long until I jumped back in, but it felt so weird when I finally did in March. The 4th of February, sorry, was the first episode of Let's Play American Truck Sim, and I don't know if you remember, we started off in San Francisco, which is still where my headquarters is now. I did my ATS slalom challenge, so I set up a course. I had to complete it in 2 trucks to see which was the quickest, so please do tell me if you want to see any more ATS challenges, because I only done the one, and if you got any ideas for me to do that can be on multiplayer or not on multiplayer, but any challenge ideas I will try and get done soon. I also did my first ever ATS time lapse in February, where I drove from San Diego to Eureka. I believe I drove that in Peterborough, can't quite remember. Look at that, it's so nice in Sweden in winter, especially with this mod. Just look at it, just all the trees, it just feels cold. I mean, what, -2, and then sort of the low sun. Oh, it's superb. I did a time lapse. It's also called Tanker Trucker Life. Now I sort of did a day in the life of a tanker trucker, but built into my time lapse series. So I did sort of some editing tricks where I was using the free camera to look like I was walking around, and I got some audio, I thought I was a cop car then. I was like, is this ATS? But yeah, I got the audio of like people walking on like concrete or something, and I tried to make it in the live, but go and watch it if you haven't already. It's called Tanker Trucker Life, and that's probably one of my favourite time lapses that I've made this year. March, the test drive, hang on, forgot something from my notes. So at the end of February, we was on episode 9 of the Let's Play, which is not bad. So that's pretty much 3 a day. No, that's pretty much a Let's Play a day. Come on, I'm trying to get my words out here. That was pretty much a Let's Play every 3 days in February, which is not bad. We had just picked up the W900. I believe we did that in episode 8. It was on episode 32 of the time lapses and episode 41 of Test Drive Thursday. In March, we obviously continue with Test Drive Thursday. We've reviewed the 389, which was a mod back then. And then I also did my first Test Drive Thursday back in ETS2, which was in a DAF XF, an older DAF XF. I believe it's a tandem as well. And it was also the last of the old style Test Drive Thursday. I believe that was a Volvo VNL, before I got actually quite moaned at on Reddit, and the person said that the reviews weren't that helpful and it seemed more of a Let's Play than a review. So I actually really took that on board, and I completely redesigned Test Drive Thursday, and I think people are enjoying it a lot more. And I did watch it back and I thought I actually agree with him, so I just, as I said, just completely redid it to make it more fit for its purpose, and I think people are still enjoying them. I still see Test Drive Thursday views at probably my highest average video series for views, so that's good. So it's sort of what I'm known for. If you see, I don't know if they're any good or not. Please do say if you want anything. There it goes again, that sound. Please do say if you want me to change anything about Test Drive Thursday, because I will. I want to make it as good as possible. But yeah, look at that low sun. It's awesome. We also got a new engine in the W900 in the Let's Play. It's really going for it, that laptop. We did the Scania RGL in Test Drive Thursday, which was the first of the new revamped version, which is episode 45, and that's my third ever the third most viewed video I've ever done at Test Drive Thursday, which is quite I was quite proud of that actually. Completely redesigned it, and then it did really well. It was, as I said, the first of the new style TDT. I also did the 3 Renault Magnum time lapse. It was called the French Revolution. Now that is possibly my favourite time lapse I've done this year. So I took each of the Renault Magnums, each generation. I took them all out for a spin. So go and watch that time lapse if you haven't already, called the French Revolution, because I actually think it's awesome. It really came out how I wanted it to. And then we also reached 100 subscribers on the 29th of March, which is a quite massive milestone for me back then, and I believe I did organise a convoy for that. Are we going to pull out here or not? Come on, I've got 700 brake horsepower behind me. Oh, look at the power! Sounds so good. Now, moving into April, I think one of my first videos in April I actually got believe it's called Our Lucky Break, with the Let's Play of American Truck, where we found this job that was paying quite well, so we took it, and I believe it was quite a race to get it, or get to the job, because it was quite close to expiring. I did the Project Cars review on the 2002, I believe that was the Stance Works DLC, or pack, I can't quite remember what it was, but I did enjoy driving that BMW, I can remember. And I also did 5 Project Cars videos in April, so I was quite into it back then. I also did the convoy, as I said, with the subscribers to celebrate the 100th video, 100th sub, and that was also time-lapse 38 if you want to go and watch that back. I believe this is my first ever crash in episode 20 of Let's Play, where I rear-ended a car, I think, so that was not the best. If you want to go and watch that, I believe it's called A Bad Day in the Office or something of the Let's Play. Oh, I just love this thing. I also did my first ever test drive Thursday, over an hour I think. Now it was the Mercedes Antos. It was about an hour and 20 minutes in total, which is just mad. Considering now, like, I'm really struggling to find time for test drive Thursday, so I don't know if you noticed, but they're being a bit shorter, sometimes about 20 to 30 minutes. Now I do want to try and increase that this year, if possible. But yeah, that was mostly it for April. Yeah, not much happened, to be honest. May, the video production slowed down a little bit because of revision again. Like, I went to a time lapse and a test drive Thursday for some weeks, which I have to do sometimes. I did my first ever Forza 6 Apex video. Obviously Forza on the PC for the first time. Not that impressed with it, to be honest. No wheel support, and it was a bit badly supported, to be honest. I also went to Truckfest in May, and I did a video about that, Truckfest in Peterborough. If you want to go and watch that back, where I had a look around all the trucks that I drive in the game. I didn't get to sit in a Scania. I don't think I have sat in a Scania truck yet. But that's something I want to do, especially the new one. So hopefully at a Truckfest coming soon, I get to do that if I go. I did a Project Cars video taking the 2 Huayras in the game, the BC and the Standard, and seeing the difference between the two. And then I also put it up against a 12C, and I was quite surprised with that outcome. So if you want to go and see that, obviously go and take a look at it. I started trucking on ice, and I did 2 episodes that came out in May, which was, if you don't know, Trucking on Ice was my series where I drove all the way around Iceland in Pro Mods, just to take a look at what was actually there, and it was a great series. I really enjoyed it. And I also did, at the end of May, I did a time lapse. It was about 20 minutes long actually, so it was quite a long time lapse to what I'm doing currently, which is averaging about 10 minutes. It was about but yeah, just completely having a look around Arizona and seeing what was there, because it just came out in May, I believe. So it was quite a long time lapse. Now moving on to June, I did my second presenter versus presenter vid in that series. It didn't go down very well. I don't think I edited it very well, so I haven't done one since. So if you want to see another presenter versus presenter video in the series, I'm getting sandwiched, please do say, and I'll try and improve it, but I need to think of something different, I think. I did a video about how to get the SCS flag DLC for free. which is SCS's competition or something. I can't quite remember, but I believe it was to celebrate the Euros, the football thing that was going on at the time. So I did that, and that video went down really well actually. It's got over 1,500 views or something like that. What else happened in June? Let's have a look to the other screen. If you're wondering, that's why I'm looking over there, so I'm looking at the other monitor for my notes. I did Project Cars, I did drifting with the R8. Now that has to be one of my favourite videos that I've made this year. Just taking an R8 to the track, I believe it's the old shape V10 Plus, and just seeing what it was capable of. But it's so easy to drift that thing. It was just amazing. It really got me into and it actually really helped me to practice my drifting in like car control a lot more, especially in the games, which has been really quite helpful. I really have improved from that, but that video was just so fun to make. So if you wasn't around back then, make sure you go and check that out. I believe we called it the best drift car in Project Cars or something along those lines. What else did we do? We also did a test drive Thursday and a time lapse with the Fiat FNM, which was sort of an older truck, very vintage. And we drove it around Italy in TSM, which was a lot of fun because I don't usually go for TSM, so that was really cool. Then moving on into July. In July we finished off trucking on ice, and we actually finished it off in quite a rush actually, because I actually thought that the France DLC was going to release in the summer time, so I really wanted to get trucking on ice finished. So it was a tiny bit rushed in the end to prepare for my new series, which I'm doing now, going around Vive la France DLC. So yeah, it was a bit rushed, but I took their time, SCS, with the France DLC. I did a reviewed the Maserati Levante on a Sata Corsair, which is currently got over 1,000 views. Really did enjoy that. It was the first SUV in a Sata Corsair, and it drove really well, especially with that V6. And then another Assetto Corsa video I did with the MX-5, the ND MX-5. That didn't go didn't go down too well. 6 dislikes to 14 likes. But yeah, I thought that was the most fun you could have in Assetto Corsa. So go and watch that video if you can, because I actually really liked it how it came out. It was a lot of fun to make. We also drove a tractor to a winery in Let's Play American Truck. Then we also reached 50,000 total views on the channel. However, in fact, currently we're about to clock over to 100,000, which is pretty cool. In half a year, or less than half a year, we've done 50,000 views. So that's definitely going up. Look at the red lights in the back. It's coming off. Look at that. Pretty cool. Let's try not to crash. I actually need to be in this lane. Why is he braking? Probably just could have stayed in that lane. And another thing that we did on the Let's Play of ATS was that we discovered the Arizona Raceway. Don't know if you remember that. Which we then actually went on to do a ATS multiplayer with subs on there. And then we also did a GTR shootout on Assetto Corsa, which is also quite a fun video to make, taking all the GTRs available on Assetto and just seeing what was the best. Now moving on to August, as I said earlier, I did somehow manage to do daily videos, which is just a bit mad. Like, especially when my videos average around 20 to sometimes even 40-50 minutes. It's not really like a daily vlog, because say at max they're 10 minutes, and during the day you're recording. Now it may take maybe twice as long to record your day, but you're not exactly taking time out of your day like I do, or I did in August, to record something else. Especially when it takes maybe like 20-30 minutes to plan what I'm going to say, just make some notes, find the mods, make sure everything's working. However, with a daily vlog, you just pick up the camera. I know it's not easy to do it, and I do find it amazing the people who do it, but with a daily vlog you pick up your camera, record and edit. However, with what I did, you have to plan, take time out your day to record, and then edit, and then render. Rendering takes longer, obviously, because it's a longer video, then uploading takes longer, so it's much harder. Where are we going down here? My throat is absolutely killing me. I don't know if you noticed since the start of the video, but yeah, talking for this long really is hurting my throat. I don't think I've fully got rid of my cold. I just can't smell anything at the moment. My eyes are really, I don't know, I just feel like I'm going to fall asleep at the wheel. Imagine that. YouTuber falls asleep at his virtual truck whilst recording. I did my live stream, my first ever live stream on Twitch in August, on Friday the 5th. That didn't go down very well at all. Like, there's only like 1 or 2 people in. I had some really, I don't know, it was lagging all over the place for videos, so I wasn't impressed by that. And I was going to upload it to YouTube, but it was a waste of time, you couldn't really watch it. I did quite a few Let's Play of Forza Apex videos. I reached 10,000 miles in the W900 on the Let's Play. I also went to the Top Gear test track. I did the experience day there, and I did a video on that, which is now closed down, the Top Gear test track experience, because they're actually going to build houses over the Top Gear test track, which is a bit of a shame really, but I did talk about that in a video recently, I believe. I did the new version of Pro Mods back in August, which is version 2.1. I did a video driving all the way around there. What are we waiting for? All the way around there. It was about 25 minutes long, so pretty in-depth time-lapse really of the latest Pro Mods back then. That was all done in a DAF-XF, but that was episode 56 of the time-lapse series if you want to go back and watch it. I did another Sata Corsair video. This time I drove a Morgan 3-wheeler in orange, which is a load of fun. My armrest is making weird noises. I'm just going to put it down. I installed the Piva weather mod in American Truck for the first time, which was just a complete game changer for me. I don't know about you guys who view it, but I don't know, it just looks so much more realistic now. I couldn't play American Truck without it now, I don't think. What else did we do? Cerberus came out. I did a video about how to set up your G27 with the game, which has now got 2,700 views, so I think I've helped a few people, which was my aim with that. I started the Let's Play, well not really Let's Play, but the sort of walkthrough of Cerberus, and I want to do quite a few more of the Cerberus videos in 2017, but I'll talk about all that in another video coming soon, obviously, as I said earlier. I also did quite a few more Drive Club of the Hot Lap series, which I really do want to get that going again. Like, it's been really, I don't know, I've been so busy, and it takes quite a bit of time to sort out the Xbox videos and the PlayStation videos, but I really want to get that up again, along with Horizon 3. And then that is pretty much it for August. So a lot happened then, as I said, daily videos, which I was really proud about. And then September, obviously back to school. I actually had mock exams in October, so September and October was not the best. But September I did my first ever Fernless time-lapse, and I also tried background music in one of the Let's Play American Truck videos. However, I got a copyright notice for that, so I sort of never done that again. But that was episode 46 if you want to go and watch it to see what you think of it with the background music. And I have to say, of all of the Let's Play ATS intros I've done, that has to be one of my favourites in episode 46, so make sure you go and watch that if you can and have time. So I think it came out quite well. I also began the Forza Horizon 3 series, and by the end of September I did 4 videos on that, obviously on the Xbox because the PC version was rubbish. I don't know how long we got to go now, 142 miles. I'm going to run out of time to talk, but moving into October, I actually completely wrecked the W900 in the Let's Play. I just had a head-on collision with someone else, so that was a bit annoying, but luckily we had the insurance. I installed the Autumn mod in Euro Truck, and then Time-Lapse 64, you can see like an overview of the Autumn mod on my first time installing it, which was quite nice. We bought a new W900 in ATS and completely kitted it out. It was a really nice one. It had that sort of deepish red colour with sort of the pinkish highlights, which looked really good with the metallic paint. I also did a Holy Trinity video in American Truck, in Assetto Corsa, which actually didn't go down very well. 14 dislikes to 3 likes, where I drove the LaFerrari, the P1 and the 918. However, I had quite a few issues with that video, with the mouse being on the screen and everything, but it's a bit of a shame really, but that's what happened. And then Time-Lapse 66, I drove with subs and we did a race in American Truck, so go and watch that if you couldn't make it. Right, I think we need to get past this guy. Let him go. Drop down a gear. Oh, the power. Just so effortless. You don't need anything more than this engine. Oh, just look at it go. Already up to 70. Amazing. But yeah, that brings us into November, where one of the first videos of November I did the GT4 Club Sport, which was in the Assetto Corsa Porsche Pack 1 I believe. And I did really enjoy driving that GT4 Club Sport, and I really do want to do more of the Porsche Pack videos, because I have been driving them quite a lot off camera, but it just takes so much effort to get those Assetto Corsa videos to how my new standard that I want them at. It's just been putting me off recently. What else did we do? The new Peterbilt 389 came out. SCS released that, so I did quite a few videos in the various series on that. Test Drive Thursday, Let's Play, Time-Lapse. So I well covered that. I reviewed the Porsche Carrera S, and that video is titled "The Best Sports Car Ever?" ? Now I'd say it probably was. And then I also reviewed the Porsche, or the new Panamera Turbo, in a video, both of them obviously on Assetto Corsa. The ATS Rescale also got released, So in Let's Play ATS, I did a video exploring the rescale. I believe that was episode 52, and that's actually done really well. 11 likes, 0 dislikes, 555 views, so that's quite impressive for me. I'm happy about that. I did another Horizon 3 video, and I also did a video of me driving the GT3 RS around the Nürburgring, which is a lot of fun, and it took quite a few attempts to get a lap that I was happy with. And then that moves us into December, the final month of 2016, obviously. So Vive la France DLC came out. I did a very short time-lapse 70 from Roscoff to Brest of that. That was probably the shortest time-lapse I've ever done. It was about 4.5 minutes long, but I really wanted to get it out there. I'd started the Exploring France series. 3 of those videos have already been released last month. I did another Fernbus video. As I said, I want to get more into that this year. And I also did quite a few, I did a special video to sort of celebrate the truckers that have been out over Christmas. That time lapse was called Not Everyone Sleeps at Night. So go and watch that. It was sort of to give something back to the trucking community that have kept our Christmas alive. And then I also did another Forza video, which I finally sorted out some issues on that video, and it eventually got uploaded. But I don't think we're that far away now, 45 miles, so that's worked out quite well. We got through everything that I wanted to get through. But some general updates and recaps now. So I did 54 of the Let's Play ATS videos, which is not bad since February. I did 52 videos of Test Drive Thursday. So obviously I haven't missed a week this year, so that's pretty impressive. I did around 45 episodes of the time-lapse. 7 episodes were in the Trucking on Ice series, which, as I said, is now finished, but that was a lot of fun. In last year I got 85,353 views. I got 1,363 likes versus 183 dislikes. I got 585 different comments, 304 shares, which I really thank you for sharing the videos. I do appreciate that. And then I also gained 289 subs. So if you're one of those subscribers that joined us last year, thank you very much. But as I said, there will be a video coming out very soon talking about my plans for this year and then what's going to happen, which I haven't really thought out yet. I mean, I really need to think about what am I going to do this year, because obviously, as I said, I've got my exams and stuff, so I need to work out how I'm going to manage to do all that. I believe this should be Malmo down here. There's the Turning Torso building. I actually went there this summer in real life. I really wanted to go and see that building. It's passing it so many times in this game. I just think it looks awesome, like the way it sort of turns. Looks great. But it's not as big as I thought it was in real life. It's not very wide. And at the bottom it's got all these it's like a circle of water, and there's a bridge going into the entrance. But it's not as big as I thought when you get up to it. But here we are. So let's turn off. Indicate off. How many miles was that? 620-ish. And how have we done? So we've averaged 60 litres every 100 miles at this Scania huge V8, which is not bad. That's really quite impressive, actually. Let's turn off here. saying that, I did do about 42 litres every 100 mile in my Volvo. It just shows you how impressive that engine is compared to this. But yeah, that was my recap on 2016. Overall, I think it went pretty well. I have definitely developed videos quite a lot, my editing. But we'll see how 2017 comes. But yeah, I do hope this year that the test drive Thursdays are made a bit easier, because recently the mods have been hard to find, like different mods have been hard to find. Basically it's just updates that I've seen that I've already done, so that's been a bit awkward. Right, this reverse is always very hard, so you got to do it from the road, else you got no chance. Especially when the AI come up near you. Right, he's stopping back there because I've got my hazards on. Concentration mode. Should not hit that. I need to cut it a bit more. Right, straighten it up now. Let's watch that mirror. There we go. I can't move any more than that. I've messed this up. Let me just move forward. Like that. So about weird angle. Hang on a minute. Why is the white box there? That shouldn't be there. Like, it should just have the codes at the back. Have I not set this up right or something? Oh, I'm not happy with this reverse. In ATS it's even harder, this. There we go. Not the best, but it'll do. See how we did. Excellent. Sundsvall to Malmo. 623 miles. 51,000 for that. Wow. But anyway, if you got this far, please do click that like and why not subscribe if you're not already. For many more videos to come this year. But thank you for listening in and taking a look back on last year. And as I said, the video will be coming soon, maybe the next week, about the plans for 2017 and what we're going to do. But anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully, as I said, I'll see you very soon. So, goodbye.